My name is Mason Lyons. I am a junior this year, class of 2024, and I am studying actuarial science. Survivor's been in my blood since before I was born. I was almost named after Ethan Zahn, the winner of Season 3, and to be able to play this now as a 20-year-old on my college campus is mind-blowing. My strengths are definitely like my social skills, I think. When I'm just like meeting new people, whether it be on campus or, when I was working over the summer as a server at a restaurant, when I meet new people, they feel drawn to me to share their life story, and then I can share my life story, and then we just grow and bond like that. It's easy for me to, bond quickly with people, and I think that's a really strong asset to have, especially when I'm going to be with a bunch of strangers I don't know from campus. Yeah, I joined a ministry here on campus last year, my first year on campus, and I fell in love with it, fell in love with the people, and I think it really helped grow my faith. But when it comes to the game of Survivor, I think I need to ask for forgiveness a lot. I'm not going to let that hold me back too much, but there are lines that I don't want to cross, especially when it comes to unnecessary lying. I think that's the number one thing. Yeah, for sure. I think being able to separate your faith from the game is a really important thing to do. Just like how the game is separate from real life anyways, you don't want, those two, I guess, parties to be mixed up too much, because it can get very messy for your own life. So I think separating the game and lying is fine, cheating's fine, but asking forgiveness later is still something that I want to do. I think a weakness for me is I can have a lot of trouble projecting the game. I know that a lot of decisions in the beginning are very important, but if I want to blindside an ally because I feel like it'd be a good move to maybe have a shifting in sands and power, sometimes loyalty pays and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know, that would be my weakness, being able to think about that fully and having that full confidence. I think so, yeah, because, being a part of the ministry, a lot of our mission is to evangelize and to make the gospel known on campus. And that means I have to be able to approach people. And like I said before, with my strengths, making quick bonds with people, being able to be a charismatic person for others. So I think that just showing that kindness and approachability is a very important part of my day-to-day life. Well, they're very tied together. The ministry is basically my activities as a Christian. So all the activities in the ministry involve Bible studies and going out on campus and trying to teach people or trying to spread the gospel, things like that. So it's actually building myself as a Christian through the ministry. Sharing my faith to others is not a priority because it's still the game. The ministry is where I share my faith with others, and I think that my main purpose in the game is to play the game and win. I think that a lot of people who especially are not Christians will think, oh, he's a good Christian boy, he's not going to lie to me, oh, he's so nice, he's going to be a great ally. So I think that people will have a lot of trust for me off the bat when I make those quick bonds with people, because they'll think I'm just this sweet, innocent guy, and I'm not going to hold myself back when it comes to playing the games. And I want to play just a good social game. And I'm not looking to make game-defying. Well, I want to make game-defying moves, of course, because that's how you win. But I'm not looking to become an earth-shattering player that invents a new strategy. I just want to play a good game where when I get to the end, I have a solid resume and everyone likes me. And I think a good player to model after that would just be someone, like a Tony from Winners at War, but that's a little basic for me. Just someone who had good grip of alliances throughout the whole game and was able to maneuver himself socially. That's the type of game I want to model. I feel very comfortable blindsiding people. It wouldn't be an issue for me. It's all within the bounds of the game, and it's up to someone else to make it personal, because it's never personal to me. What I think I'll bring to my tribe is a way to have high morale. I'm someone who holds people together. This is something I've seen in my workplace. I've been called the glue that holds the restaurant together as a server in the restaurant. When everyone's sick and tired of customers bitching all day, I'm the one who says, you guys are so strong, you're working so hard, you're making lots of money. That's the type of person I am. And when we lose a challenge, or when everyone's just dejected over, going to tribal council for the third time, I'm gonna be like, guys, we're okay, we're gonna win the next one. Even if I have to vote out my fellow tribe members, I'm gonna keep up that good spirit. I also think I am athletic in, certain ways. I think I'm a good runner. I'm good at, just doing random challenge things. When it comes to skills you can't really prepare for Survivor challenges. Like, I can be ready for those. I feel like I'm just naturally, like, above average at things like, random puzzles or, like, stacking cups, whatever it might be. I can be prepared for those. I'm not going to be, dragging the team behind in those aspects. I think I have a pretty good, like, command of the campus. So I'm most familiar with, like, Brody and North, like those areas of campus, because that's where I've lived the past 2 years. But I've also had classes all the way in East, like in Acres. I know, the center of campus, like right by Shaw and here by Owen, like by Owen and stuff like that. I will say South neighborhood is not my strong suit, but I think that knowing kind of the larger, busier parts of campus will play to my advantage for sure. Because, when it comes to idol hunting, I can say, hey, I've seen this tree before that looks weird, or this weird, monument or landmark that, an idol could be hidden at, and I think that would be a pretty good asset for me. My last words to my tribe would be, you guys made the right decision, because I would have slayed all of you. I will not be the first one out. It's impossible. I think that when it comes to the very beginning of the game, I am able to go with the flow. I'm not trying to press my game or my hand too early, so I'll be able to fit in and I'll be able to go with the flow for the first vote. And when it's time for me to really start taking control, I will know when that time is. When I know that, I need to start building resume or my back's against the wall, that's when I'll start to really play the game. I think that I'm naturally likable. Strangers, whether it be my customers in my restaurant, new coworkers, new people I meet on campus, it's easy for people to have long conversations with me and say, Mason, you're fun to hang out with. Let's hang out sometimes, let's grab lunch, things like that. I think I'm a likable person for sure.
Can I have you say something to the effect of, actually, never mind, we already got it.
Okay.
Got it. I was going to have, like, the good Christian boy thing, but we already got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else.
Again, like, this is, like, 10, 15 minutes long. We might only use 5 seconds of this, if anything.
Okay.
You might not even be included.
We'll see.
It's so irrelevant.
I'm not going to be a Purple Kelly. No way.